What keeps you in the scene?
My kids.
Mm-hmm.
My kids. Absolutely my kids. There's no way to get all of these children in one room at the same time from all different states but for a ball. So I come to support, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, my house and you know what I mean, being able to stand amongst greatness and things of that nature. But, you know, when you get it down to bare bones, my kids keep me here.
Okay. Kids. So, if you were to roughly have to think, how many kids would you say you think you got?
You're an ass.
If you just had to think, I mean, this could be a rough number. Rough.
Yeah, before I answer that question, you have to understand, and I don't say you because you have an acute understanding, but people in general have to understand, when you have been a mother for the years that I have been a mother, and this is going on, I mean, you know, maybe 14 years or something like that was when I took on my first child. Shouts to Angelo. There are people who come into your life for a season. There are people who come and take what they need and then go on about their way. And you have to respect their role in your life. And that has happened to me with, you know, more than one child. Now, in terms of a rough estimate of kids that have claimed me and that I have claimed, you know, in 14 years, I would say about 50. But in terms of my core, that number is drastically reduced.
Okay.
Those that I know will be there until the end of my days, yeah.
So, in the scene, are there things that push you away from wanting to be in the scene itself, or keep you from wanting to attend balls or wanting to participate sometimes, or?
Oh, wow. Are there things that keep me? I am very anti-female figure. I'm very anti-female figure categories, and I find it a huge slap in the face to many of us who came out, you know, stood there, screamed for a name when nobody was listening. You know what I mean? I am somebody, you know, again, me starting to come down to New York and things like that, and, you know, I never had any grandiose intention to be legendary. I was just having fun. The ball scene was fun to me. I liked the creativity. I liked the camaraderie. I liked the fact that, you know, we were underground and that there really was sort of a place at the table for all of us if you could find your niche. And I come from the era of, you know, and speaking just on behalf of my own category, where Femme Queen Realness was not, you know, where you would be in the cut in a corner somewhere when that category started to be called down, and everybody would go up to see the girls. You know, I mean, I'm talking about Ashley Icon and Raquel Boom Boom Extravaganza and God rest her soul, God eternally rest her soul, Banji Angie Infinity. And these women would come out, and I mean, the whole room would go ballistic. And now it's line up at the back of the runway. And not only are you lining up at the back of the runway, you're standing, you know, line by line, row by row, next to, and I say this with love, men who, thanks to, you know, a pair of socks, a lace, half of a couch, and some duct tape, are able to stand alongside you and be judged for it. And I don't say that with disrespect, and I appreciate the art of transformation. I appreciate the illusion that Butch Queen and Drag's Realness offers, but this is my life. I have to die this way. And it is a huge, huge sense of disrespect, which is why I've become as involved as I have in the women, butch, and trans people scene, because they acknowledge the difference between women of trans experience and those who are in the illusion of womanhood.
So you're saying that the girls are using their mother's riddance on a couch?
And for the smaller girls, a love seat. But I mean, you know, it's the same basic.
Do you know your mother has to pay on that this weekend?
Rent-a-Center's calling.
Y'all
know what I mean, though. I mean, it's a huge form of disrespect to me. So that, you know, when I see female figure, and when I see 2 trophies, 1 cash, when I see the same, you know, stipulations being called for both Femme Queen and Drag's Realness, it tends to, like, if I'm not judging, I'm probably not, you know, more than likely I'm not walking.
But sometimes just to support, correct?
Yeah, I mean, supporting is one thing. I'll always be there to, you know, chant for my house and be there for my kids if they've got a huge grand prize situation coming up. But other than that, I can keep my $30 in my pocket. Down here, that's 6 packs of cigarettes. And I need all 6.
Yeah. Did you just work that out in your head real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I had done that once in high school, I could have passed my once. One time.
Yeah. I think my math teacher had a crush on me, but that's neither here nor there. So, I'm quite sure the world wants
Must
to
have been
know.
the lavender soup.
I'm one of the love seat drags that she's talking about. I just want y'all to know that.
No. You were saying, I'm sorry. We warned you. It was going to be that with us.
Yes. So, I'm quite sure everyone wants to know. Are you single?
Oh.
Ready to mingle? Are you looking for bacon?
I am happy. I'm
happy with Jesus alone.
What, my friend? I am dating.
Okay.
I'm dating, and it is good. It's very good.
Is it someone in or out of the scene?
I would say both.
Okay.
Insofar as, you know, this individual knows some of the people that I know, but not so in that they're
walking and all that.
Breathing ballroom, yeah.
Oh.
Which I could never do.
Oh. Would you like to elaborate on why you wouldn't be able to date someone in the ballroom scene?
Well, I mean, I would and I am, but as far as, you know what I mean? I don't know. When it comes down to conversation topics and the first thing that comes out of somebody's mouth is this ball that I attended and that ball I stormed and that ball I slayed and those balls that I was shaded at, I can't. I just can't. Yeah. I absolutely will not.
Mm-hmm. Your end of your night conversation is supposed to be very, not emotional, but very, you know, that end of the night conversation.
Absolutely.
Not what's my next function I'm missing.
Thank you, yeah.
I'm going to give you something to dream about, baby. I want you to dream about me as I step on the runway.
Right. So what did you do today? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Category closed. Next topic.
I put my effect together. You know. Babe, how do you feel about beach underwear for sex?
I've been hot gluing feathers to my boxer briefs. Fuck out of here. Go home. Go home. Get some help.
Can I go home with you, Mom?
Nah, you
good. Feather boxer.
You all the way good. Take your feathered ass on.
Yes.
I'm straight.
Oh, okay. So
literally.
Some of your Boston viewers would like to know what is the reason that you moved out of Boston.
Oh wow. Oh God.
With that being said, because some people, since we're here, we can address this issue now because we've talked about it personally ourselves.
Okay.
There are issues with people saying that you moved out of Boston because you feel like you've grown better than Boston, or you feel like you're better than some of the people in Boston, or you just feel like you're better than some people in general. You moved because, you know, you got the legendary status, and you know, again, they're here, you're here. It's just.
So I moved to Kentucky.
Just moved in general, I guess.
Ah.
So let's just address these issues now, so we can get in and out of the way, so people can understand.
What would you like to address first?
Let's start with why you moved.